Hello ladies and gentlemen, how is it going today? We're back for another video, and I have Nick with me once again. Today we're going to be reacting to another kind of inspirational video, I would say. Something that we can learn from, right? Yeah. Today's video is brought to you from Prince EA. Prince EA.
Sports is in the game.
Sports is in the game. I saw this video yesterday on my Instagram Explore page, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, this would be kind of funny to make a video about. The video is called Student versus Teacher 2020, if you didn't know. It was posted in March 20th, 2019, but it's updated to 2020 in the title.
That is interesting.
Just so you don't mix it up with the other Student versus Teacher.
2019.
That happened in 2019.
That's interesting.
So I think this guy makes like spoken word, like rapping kind of videos where he like breaks things down. Kind of inspirational stuff, I guess. What do you call them? He's not. I guess he is an influencer, but motivational speaker. I
guess. Yeah.
And what I gained from this guy's channel is that he really hates like school and the school system.
Yeah. Did he graduate high school?
I didn't do the research, so I don't know.
Might have to.
But I'm
interested.
I'm sure he graduated high school. But yeah, so this guy has a lot of opinions, and today we're going to be watching Student versus Teacher and seeing what the student has to say to the teacher. This is where the student becomes the teacher.
You got classic classroom stuff. You got the globe. You got Christopher Columbus on the board. So this is a good start.
I just noticed that. It just says Christopher Columbus on the board.
That's like the only thing on the board.
It just says Christopher Columbus on.
Your son is a failure. He's barely passing my class, and with grades like this, I'm just not sure what kind of future he's gonna have. What do you have to say for yourself? You're supposed to graduate this year.
Listen to Mr. Johnson. What kind of future do you think you're gonna have?
Before it just explodes.
That was dramatic.
I don't feel like a teacher would ever look at you, especially during a parent-teacher conference, and be like, your son is a failure.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Nowadays
you get fired for saying that, so...
I feel like a teacher would be like, he's not doing so well.
Yeah.
Let's work it out.
This is about to explode. I feel like a bass drop's coming or something.
He's about to spit some...
Oh, bars? Okay.
Don't call me a failure. Failure is an event, not a person, in fact.
First of all, what grade do you think he is? Just looking at him.
Super senior.
Yeah, he's like a super mega senior. This guy looks like he's like 29.
He should be going to his kid's parent-teacher conference, but okay.
It's like no wonder they're calling him a failure. The guy's 29 and still in high school.
He's like, yo, coach, do I got 12th year option on the football team? Can I still keep playing?
Listen, you are old enough to be in the NFL if you're good enough.
So the people who succeed will have to be curious, innovative, with resilience to adapt to new changes.
What's your point?
My point is, the focus in this school is not on that. It is on regurgitating information and test taking, and that's just real. But in today's world, creativity is the most important leadership skill.
I'm sorry. If he's this smart and good of a student, he still shouldn't be getting Fs. You wouldn't be in the right?
My favorite part about this video, he sounds like just one of those kids that just knows how to talk his way around things. They're sitting there and they're like, listen, Prince, first of all, you're failing class. Am I really failing class, or is that what you think I'm doing?
It's a little... Character is a little bit interesting, but okay, this guy just looks angry.
You don't have to believe me, but maybe you will believe the 1,500 executives who recently said creativity is the most important leadership skill.
He didn't quote that right. He's gonna get plagiarism on that one.
I don't know.
No, I'm trolling. I don't know, but...
I just love that he probably walked in here with all these statistics and all.
Could you imagine walking into parent-teacher conference?
I'm getting out of this situation.
If you're so good at this, if you're able to come up with this to shit on your teacher, you shouldn't be failing though, correct?
They're probably like, listen, like, you're not good at, like, science or math. Maybe just take, like, an English course, you know, like a creative writing course. Seems to be good at that.
Mom's looking at him like she's like scarred. She's like, I did not know this is gonna happen. like son, like chill out.
No need to roast the teacher.
Because who cares what you know or if you've memorized a fact? We've got Google and Siri for that. In the future, people will be hired because of what they can do with their knowledge. Can they creatively solve real-world problems, not just follow instructions or directions and bubble in multiple-choice questions?
You know, I agree with that to, like, an extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
Because what he's saying now is, like, well, the way he's kind of phrased it is that, like, we don't need tests, we don't need this. He says knowledge in this conversation that he's speaking of. But you can't get knowledge if you don't study the material, right? Like, it won't just pop into your head out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's saying creatively solve real-world problems, but, like, how are you going to do that if you don't have the knowledge?
Yeah, it's like, to an extent, like, I understand where he's coming from, but, like, if people weren't forced to take these tests, would people ever actually learn anything?
Right?
Right? Like, would you go out on your own and learn this stuff if you, like, didn't have, like, right? Like,
you have to gain the knowledge first. And then, like, learn to apply it to other things.
Can I just comment? What is he wearing?
This is the high school character.
His shirt matches that poster in the background. Almost.
He's
like
29. Got the snapback on. Got the cap on backwards. Got some like blue headphones on.
Yeah, we don't know the sponsorship.
One strap.
Gotta one strap it. Gotta one strap it. I'd be like, yeah, I agree to an extent, but again, this is exaggerated.
Robotic tasks we learn in school should stop because no one can do a robot's job better than a robot. Billionaire founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, said that we should not compete with artificial intelligence, but instead focus on developing unique human intelligence.
All right, I don't know anything about the owner, the founder of Alibaba.
Isn't that it's like an online store?
Yeah, it's a massive store. But people always take these quotes from like these really rich people who like succeed after dropping out and stuff. But like for every one of them, there's probably tens of thousands of dropouts who like don't succeed, right?
This is basically him leading into him saying like, Mom, I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna be an innovator. I'm dropping out.
I'm gonna be a billionaire, like that guy.
Mom, I want to be an influencer. Okay, when I grow up, so I don't need school to be an influencer. Mom, come on.
These repetitive knowledge-based tasks we must leave behind, or in the future, you're gonna find a lot of people graduating out of your class right into the unemployment line.
Gosh, so you're gonna graduate to the unemployment line, but you're gonna drop out to fame and stardom and money.
I don't think he's I don't think he's saying that he's gonna drop out.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah,
it's interesting. It's
Is that really the case though? Like, the world has been around for billions of years, right? And
we're still going.
Billions and billions of people go to school, get an education, get a job, succeed. It's not everybody, you know. It's a reality.
Not everybody after high school diploma. Like, a lot of people, instead of going to the unemployment line, they just they go to the bank, take a loan out, and drown in debt and go to more school, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, in that school, they actually get to study what they want.
Yeah, that's more specific, like in terms of like what you want to do.
Top companies today don't look at grades. Mom, that old way is expired.
Not true.
Not true at all.
Not very true. I mean,
no, it's not. It's not true.
Like
top companies. You want to go to the top, like Google and shit. No, they're
because like you were just saying, like there's billions of people on Earth, right? So like so many people are so similar. How do you separate them based on grades?
Google has been quoted as saying GPAs are worthless criteria for hiring.
You ever had a 5.0 GPA?
I was just about to say that, dude. I'm like, wait, when's it gonna stop going up here?
This is like when you get like 200% on your class.
Never had a 5.0 GPA, but find me someone who's working at Google with a 0.05 GPA, all right? Like find me someone at Google who like had straight D's. I mean, I'm sure there's cases of
Google has been quoted. Yeah, exactly, right? Like,
I'm sure there's cases of it.
Founder of Tesla, Elon Musk agrees. So I say this with unease and sorrow. If you continue to teach today as you taught yesterday, then you rob us students of tomorrow. Mr. Johnson, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes sitting in your class is tough. I'm constantly thinking, if I don't look up at the clock, maybe it'll speed up.
Hold on, I think he's about to go off because we hear the song go up.
I'm not gonna lie, I could see like our high school bringing someone in to like rap this to like the students. Like I could totally see.
You just like get in an assembly at like 8 a.m. and they're like, students, we have Prince EA today. Spitting some
He's gonna be so motivational, and then the school's gonna regret it. There's gonna be like a mutiny on their hands. They're like, why are we in school then, teachers? Like,
by the way, him saying speeding up on the clock, that's like one of the biggest things that I can relate to. Sometimes you just look at the clock and you're like, maybe if I just like don't
just ignore it. No, he's right.
And you just like look up and it like moved like one tick.
So if you wonder why we're bored in class, look, you want to get a kid to hate reading? Give them this, a school textbook. And some people think it's our fault, and that hurts me. They say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And to that I say no. Firstly, you can put salt in that horse's hay and make him thirsty. And if you bring joy in your classroom, you can make any bad student nerdy.
Put some salt
in the hay
for the horse
to get thirsty. Yeah. Make him
thirsty for knowledge. Oh, we are the horse in this scenario.
Yeah. Now that's intense. But like, how do you translate the horse to the classroom, you know?
What would be the salt in real life that you use to like make your class, I guess, more interesting?
You think about it, like math class, right? Like if you're like in like pre-calc or like in high school, like math is math. Like how do you how do you learn it in like it's just boring.
But then there's like, yeah, I guess it's boring for some.
Well, yes, yeah.
But then like some people just like
some people like
it and
then
go on to college to study more math.
Yeah, like some people would really disagree with what he's saying because they like to sit in a classroom and just like, you know, absorb the information.
This planet, you build, create, and save lives.
His teacher has the same facial expression the whole time. He's like talking to me, he's like sitting there, and like the Prince E is like spitting some bars. He's like, I'm still gonna fail this kid.
You see, he's just thinking about how to like screw with it. He's like, the mom is like, we don't see the mom in this show. She's probably looking at the teacher for help. She's like, please make him stop. Like, I just want him to graduate.
With inspired hearts and wisdom to uplift this planet.
Alright, it's frustrating me. How uncomfortable. He's gotta have that thing on that shoulder. Just keep it still the whole time. That's why you gotta know
that he's a student.
You know he's got no heavy textbooks in there. There's no way.
He hates textbooks.
Yeah, that's empty. So why is he on the backpack? Like, it's just upsetting me.
He's one of those kids that just carries like chips in them and sells them for like $1.
I love you, but can I be real?
I'm not gonna lie. When he starts saying that, like, you ever see Beyond Scared Straight? Like, this is like, it's getting like that kind of vibe. Like, Mom, like, I love you. I've been letting you down, but like, I promise, school is not for me, you know?
My business is gonna take off, Mom. Come on. You don't believe me. You're a hater, Mom. God.
Go ahead.
You want to know one of the biggest factors for childhood success? It's not IQ. It's family meals. And we haven't had one of those in a while.
Oh, he's calling out his mom so hard.
Yeah, he just starts roasting her. He's just like, all right, I'm done with the teacher. Now it's your turn, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough. Like, she's trying to probably provide for him and...
Yeah, right? She's sitting here wasting her time.
I don't think she's not absorbing any of this. She is not okay with this.
I mean, like, yeah, she's wasting her time because her son is failing, like, world cultures.
Yeah, she's about to be like, I don't care what you like. You still got to do what you got to do, all right? Like, you're failing.
Mom, you can't cook. Roasted.
And she's like, son, maybe I don't cook, but you can't even tell me when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. In 1492, like, you can't even tell me that, son.
You don't feel proud, because I may not be a straight A student, but I'm not stupid. These tests may be 70% of my grade, but they're 0% of my future.
All right. Major lie in that one. That's a college thing, not a high school thing.
Hold on. Let me just... I need to calculate for this. 70%. Oh, that hits deep.
Yeah.
70%. Wow. 70%? Can you imagine walking into a high school class on the first day?
They're like, yeah, 70% of your grade. Like, if that was the case, nobody would pass high school. Like, there's no, like, you go on Jet, you got homework, you got participation, you got raising your hand, writing on the board. Like, I've never had a high school class.
You fail one test, it's GG.
Like, that's college. Like, I get that, but that is not high school. That's false.
70%.
That is not true.
But these tests are 0% of his future.
Also,
I mean, like, I know we're clowning on this line right now, but like, it's kind of a bar. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, I like how he tied in the percentages. You know, like, totally. But you know, maybe it'll be a little bit of his future.
Maybe. I got. What do I know, right? I go to art school.
But don't worry, I'll pass this class and get through this. But I need you.
This is what I've been waiting to hear from him. Like, he's only been shitting on it, but like, you still gotta do your job. You know, like you gotta do what you gotta do. This is what I've been waiting to hear. Now I'm hyped.
He's not passed. Hold on. The test that his teacher showed him was all F's. If his test is 70% of his grade, he's not passing the class. It's GG right. For you there, Prince.
Yeah, so he's just trying to make his mom feel good after he shit on her about not providing dinner for him.
The best feeling in the world is that your own parents get you. There's a passage in a book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, and if you don't mind, I'd love to share it with you.
Go ahead.
See, he says, your children are not your children.
This has got some like reading a Bible verse vibes right here. Like,
I don't know what the book is.
I don't know what the I don't know what the book is either. But I mean, certainly some preaching. Yeah. So
he's it's kind of funny, right? Because he's like sitting there complaining about like school and stuff, but like he came in with all this like facts and knowledge and quotes, and then he like brings out books. He's like, listen, this passage right here, I was ready for this.
You know what pisses me off too? Like, the book was just already like on the desk. Like, why didn't he pull it out of his backpack that's empty?
The backpack's empty.
Like, come on.
So, Mom, I'd appreciate it if you give me the love that I need to pursue my dreams. See, if we are to succeed, all three of us need behavior change.
Teacher's still. He's just ready for his next conference. He's like, God damn, this is taking so much longer than
the other parents just like sitting out there. They're like, what the fuck is taking so long?
Other parents like covering their kids' eyes, like, don't listen to him. No, sweetie, we gotta go away.
They're like sitting there and they're like, Mom, I think I'm gonna be a SoundCloud rapper. No.
Mom, I'm out of here.
We talk about the future, but the future is now. And it is created now.
What company said that the future is now?
Oh, is it a car commercial?
I think it's Microsoft.
It's Microsoft?
I feel like it's Microsoft.
Like, it's true because, you know, like, the future's, like, time doesn't stop moving, you know?
It's now.
So it's now.
The future's now, actually.
It's now again.
Actually, it's now again.
It's now again.
Now again. But what's funny to me is that, like, he came in here getting Fs, his fault. Guess he's not studying. But he's like, you know what? To fix these Fs, we need all of us to work better.
Yeah, Mom, you gotta be better. Teacher, you gotta be better. It's my F, but y'all gotta be better.
I've never heard you speak like that before.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But I'm gonna reach out to administration and try to change some things. You have my word.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot.
You just know the administration's gonna be like, no,
we'll file it. We'll file it. All right, we don't care, but we'll file it.
Like, also, like, what kind of information is he gonna go in there with? Like, Prince, I call him Prince, but that's his name. I don't want to. He like basically gave him like such vague things. He's like, make your classroom more fun for us to enjoy. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah, we're taking notes here.
Again, the teacher's gonna go there and be like, my students want my class to be more fun, and they're like, okay, how are you gonna do that? I don't know. Prince didn't give me specific directions for it. Okay,
I'll bring him back in.
do that rapping thing you did.
Can you do that thing for him?
Perform the thing. Do it. Go ahead.
I think I lost him more as the video went on. Like, I was following him in the beginning there for a little while. I mean, it's interesting.
I think he has some like decent points that he makes.
He's right in some way. Like, there's certainly ways the schools can be better, right?
Yeah.
But like, he didn't provide any of those ways. He was just like,
he just says like class should be more fun and creativity and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What I want to say personally is that like, this was pretty corny, so I'm gonna get a little corny. Is that like high school and stuff like that? Like, It's just they teach you basic knowledge that you need for the future. And even in high school, like I don't know what other people's high schools are like, but our high school, for example, that we went to, you could build your own schedule. You have those courses that you need to take, but then you could also like branch out and take some more courses that you don't need to take. For example, like I took like graphic design and like acting classes in high school that like took, I guess, was kind of a break. Like I would have a math class, and then like later I would have like more like a class that I would enjoy. And then like later in college, if you do decide to go to college, it's not for everybody.
It's even more specific.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, so it all really depends. But if you go to college, you get to study what you want to study.
Well, and I think a big thing too is like we're talking about public school, right?
Yeah.
So like people who pay to go to private schools, like I don't know what private schools are, like, in life, like I imagine it's like more specific to like going there for like a little bit more specific what you want, like a little bit more what you want. I mean, but like public school, like you can only do so much. We have so many people who like have so many different mindsets.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video of us just talking about this clip, and if you guys agree with what he's saying or agree with some things that we're saying, and just give us your thoughts about what you think about this video. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you check out some other videos. We're doing our road to 100 subs, and I'll see you guys later.